Governor Jay back presenting facts over fiction to give you the knowledge you've been missing. Welcome back to the channel. Please put your emotions to the side and hit that like and subscribe. Okay, listen, I had to make this video right. I want to somewhat clean up the previous live stream I did. I know I was a little animated, a little, yeah, I might have been in my feelings, right? I may need to, take my own advice a little bit on that last video, right? And I just want to clean it up a little bit, right? And just give you a little context on why it was a little upsetting to your boy. Um, about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, right? I took a trip out to Columbia, Pennsylvania, right? Not Columbia, you know what I mean? Not Columbia, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been out there in a little bit, but in Columbia, Pennsylvania, right? Little small town, man, but with a lot of Black American history, man. I was on a little Black American history tour this, past few days, and you know what I mean? Like I get strength out of that. You know how like some people like, like a Tariq Nasheed, he'll push that he likes to go to, plantations and old slave quarters and stuff like that, and get some empowerment from that and all that. Like that's cool and whatnot, right? Me being from up here, we got sites like this. You know what I'm saying? Underground railroad sites, places where there was free Black people, where we had civilizations and you know what I mean, networks of houses where we help enslaved people come up. I can visit those. That's what I'm used to gravitating to. You know what I'm saying? That aspect of it, right? So you know what I mean. So Columbia's a really nice little town. Granted, nowadays it's not a Black town per se. There is still a Black community, in that historic neighborhood. They got a whole neighborhood that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. There's still Black people there, you know what I mean? But the town itself, like most Pennsylvania cities and towns, is being flooded by Latinos. And of course you got, the YTs out there. But they do preserve a lot of the Black history out there, especially along that river. They got these houses along the river, which, are said to be owned by, uh, I don't want to get the brother's name wrong. Yeah, there we go. We back. Yeah, Stephen Smith, right? Stephen Smith, he owned homes on that river. You know what I'm saying? And on that river, that was where a lot of people came up from Maryland and further south, and they would be free when they get to Pennsylvania, but you had to get to Columbia, man. That's where they had a network of abolitionists that would get people going up north, further into Canada, or if they wanted to go to Philly or Harrisburg, wherever they wanted to go to, there was a network of free Black Americans, right, that had been there hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? That was helping them. You know what I mean? And that's what we don't get credit for. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna read this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read what it's saying here, and I also got some other stuff I might show y'all. But it says here, it's Underground Railroad Heritage, a network of brave humanitarians who aided thousands of freedom seekers at this river crossing. Among them was Robert Looney, born and enslaved in Virginia around 1815. Many members of his family are buried here. Abraham Johnson, a young slave, hearing that he was sent. Damn, I can't read it because they got this damn thing in the way. I can't read it myself because I got like a notification. It's like a thing on here with live in the way. So you know what? I ain't even gonna try to do that because I don't want to mess it all up. But I can't read it all because it's kind of blocked. Let's read at the bottom here. It says this shallow rocky section of the Susquehanna River, just upstream from Columbia and Wrightsville, Pennsylvania, has long been an important crossing point. A ferry began operation here in the 1730s. This illustration, nearly a century later, shows the Pennsylvania Canal, which opened in 1830, hugging the eastern shore. In the distance is the second great bridge linking these river towns. The world's longest wooden covered bridge in 1834. That same year heralded the start of the Philadelphia and Columbia Railroad. These connections greatly influenced the paths of explorers, armies, westbound settlers, and Black Americans, seeking freedom from slavery. Anti-slavery activities here um, can be traced to the late 1700s, and around 1815 through 1820, hundreds of enslaved workers were freed at Columbia by plantation owners. Courageous Blacks and whites helped runaway slaves elude ever-present bounty hunters. Such efforts along the lower Susquehanna were among the earliest stirrings of a movement that by the late 1830s had became known as the Underground Railroad, a secret of a network to freedom. All right, that's what's at the bottom. I want to see if I can trying to figure this out, man, because I used to know how to do this, and you could change the photos up. Let me see if I can show. Yeah, there we go. That's one thing. A lot of this stuff is a little hard to see on the screen, right? Can't read it all, but it was a lot here. This is actually at a old say this is a Black American cemetery here with a lot of Civil War vets, a lot of runaway slaves is buried here. To the right side of the screen, what you can't see is that there is a freeway that they built, not a freeway, it's a highway or whatever, Route 30 or whatever that they built right over it. So part of the cemetery has been already, demolished or whatever. And the history of it, what kind of got me upset was that, of course, it's not too many Black people down there in Columbia now. These are old school, but they kind of left the cemetery in despair over the years, and there was actually some Latinos or whatever that moved in there and kind of fixed it up, which was interesting. You know what I mean? So this the type of stuff that I'd be interested in, man. You know what I mean? Because I can't call it with what they be doing down in other parts of the country, man. But we got a long history up here of free Black people, man. This is elsewhere I've been to, man. Another cemetery. Look at what it says here. One of the oldest known cemeteries associated with Black Americans in northeastern Pennsylvania, established in 1807 in Waverly, then known as Abington Center. The cemetery is a burial ground for many fugitives from slavery who came to the area via the Underground Railroad in the mid-19th century. By the end of the 19th century, there were 75 former slaves in Waverly. The cemetery is evidence of the former Black American community there, because it ain't there no more. We're not there no more. You go there, you see where we was at, you see the area, but we're not there. You know what I mean? This is way up, like this actual location is like way up past Scranton. You know what I mean? Way up, like going toward New York. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've been out here. You know what I mean? So that's why when I see this stuff about, what these Southerners be talking, and I know I said I wasn't gonna bring it up no more, but I just wanted to clean up that previous live stream, right? Because I know I was going in on them. It's like, bro, this is what we about up here. You know what I'm saying? At least the Black Americans, right? I can't speak for the immigrants, but I need y'all to specify, if you talking about immigrants and with all this hatred, you need to specify that, bro, because we still up here. You know what I'm saying? This is another location, right? This is over in Jersey. And I'm gonna do a video, and I told myself I was gonna do some videos about all this because I got I got all this footage. I just ain't put it all together yet. But it's another location right here over in Jersey, right? I know it don't look like much, right? Don't look like much, right? Location that held a lot of fugitive slaves, man, that came up from the South, right? Let's read about it, okay? That's the Mott House, okay? Damn, it's a little hard to read on here, man. It's a little hard to read on here, but you know what it's about. This Lawnside, New Jersey, man. Shout out to Lawnside, New Jersey, man. Still a prominent Black town to this day. You know what I mean? To this day. Even though Latinos trying to move up in there, I done peeped that. I'm like, why they always want to move in our stuff? You know what I mean? I can read some of it, but some of it's cut off. So I ain't even going to get into it, you know what I mean? But, like, this is the type of history that we got up here. Like, y'all act like it ain't like we wasn't up here. We never moved up here. Like, we ain't American up here. And that should be pissing me off, man. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, right? It's over. All right, let's keep it in Jersey for a second, right? Because it's all this stuff, man. You know what I mean? May not look like much, right? Look like a boarded up joint. And I don't want to show all the stuff because a lot of our historic stuff looks just like this, and you drive by it every single day, right? And they have no idea. I would show Mount Zion Church, but it kind of hurt, you know what I mean? When I took the picture, I don't even want to put it up here. But this is in Trenton, right? Let's see what this is right here. Oh, you can't show it. All right. Listen, I gotta give y'all a proper live stream about all this type of stuff, man. You know what I mean? Of course they say it's African, but we know what it is. Hello, I don't know. You know what I mean? Shout out to you for showing up. But you know what I mean? This is what we talking about, man. This is what we into up here, man. I mean, I get it. We had slaves in the South. We get that, man. But let's acknowledge the Black Americans up here. Stop trying to hate on us, man. We been popping, man. We got niggas free. Got niggas free, man. Come on, man. Let's be for real here, man. We got niggas free, man. So, you know what I mean? What does it say here, man? This is all up north, man. I mean, he came up for the South. Niggas come up and get money up here, man. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep this one brief. Now that I figured out how I can, I figured out the green screen again, man. I used to be able to use this. I remember I had a live stream back, sometime maybe about a year ago about the Nottingham plantation fire, right? That was one of my better live streams and whatnot, you know what I mean? And I was able to utilize this this feature that I don't know, I forgot about for a while. So yeah, man. That's what it's about up here, man. We up here in the north, you know what I mean? I got a northern accent. I don't care if you don't like it. All right? Get used to it. Or, you know what I mean? Get used to it, man. I don't care what you want to do, man. I'll holler at y'all on the next one.